Alright farmers, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to go over some new mods. So first up we've got this here. This is the Case IH1455XL. It's by Universe Simu Modding. 13.26 megabyte on the download, and it comes under the small tractor section. So we'll go into the shop like so. Small tractors, we'll go all the way to the end. There we are. 102 grand to buy as standard. Got the options on the tyre brands, and then you've got the options on the wheel setup. So standard, wheel weights, wide tyres and weights, rear twins, narrows, and then back to standard. You then got the option, if we spin around to the back, flashing lights, yes or no. And then you've got three options on the front loader, which is a new thing. So we've got no, quickie, Mower, and then Stol. Then you got the option on the main colour. You can have anything on there. We'll change the main colour of the tractor, and obviously you can do your license plates as you see fit. So that's all the options for you. It comes with a 145 horsepower engine, manual and power shift gearbox, and it will have a top speed of 24 miles an hour. So we'll jump in, we'll start it up, give it a bit of a toot, and away we go. So obviously it's the older style tractor, more square and boxy on the design. That's alright, that is. So we've got some lights. Yeah, very nice indeed. Obviously there's no options on it for doors opening or windows opening or anything like that. That's an alright little tractor. Very nice indeed. So that's the Case IH1455XL by Universe Simu Modding. Right, next up we got the Stol Pack by Universe Simu Modding. 48.83 megabyte on the download, and it's a trailer pack. So what we've got here, we've got some bale trailers, we've got a feeding trailer, we've got a transport trailer, and a couple of animal trailers at the end. So if we start with the bale trailers, obviously these are all going to be found under bale trailers. So if we go into the shop menu and then up to bale loaders, we'll scroll along. There we are. So you got the smallest one is the SPX816. That's going to hold 24 bales. The second one is the RPX919SI. That's going to hold 28 bales. And the RPX1226 is going to hold 32 bales. So if you go into the options and you've got the configuration there, you've got standard, black speed or standard. And then you've got wheel brands, Trailerborg, BKT, Mitas, Friedestein, and then back to Trailerborg. You've got auto load, yes or no. Then you've got folding mechanism of standard, straight side 1, straight side 2, and vario side. And then back to standard, and obviously you can change your license plate. So the options are going to be all the same apart from, if we go back into that one, the configuration, so either standard or black speed. It's only on the bigger one, but all the options are exactly the same. So you got auto load, yes or no, and then the different folding mechanisms on the side. Now, depending on what you want to go for, obviously the smallest one doesn't have the swivel axle on the front, but then you are going to be having less bales on, so that's entirely up to you. So I probably would go for the one without the swivel axle because I find they're really hard to reverse, but that's just me personally. So we got the smaller one there, 24 bales, and we got the 28 bales, and then we got the 32 bales. So that's your big bale trailer options from this pack. Now the second one we've got here is a one baler. So you're going to find this under animals. We'll scroll along. There we are. So the RQ200, 2,475 to buy. The only option is auto load, yes or no. So that's a one baler option. Obviously it's really small, it's only going to hold one bale. So if you've got a tight little space you need to get into, say some of the animal barns you can't get a big trailer into, might be something you want to go for. Now next up we've got this. So this is also under the animal section, all the way along to the end. There we are. The Ponge Chrono Feed, 5,400 to buy, no options, it comes as it is, and this is a little feeding trailer for you. It holds 1,000 litres of whatever you want to put into it, and then when you unload, that little black chute will fold down and then put your feed into your animal pen. So that's interesting. Obviously, again, if you got something small area that you need to get into, you could be using that. Very nice. Oh, this one here is a transport trailer, so you're going to find this, as you can imagine, under low loaders. There we are. The specs 7519, 26,930 to buy. The only option you've got is the side guards, so that will put them on at the front, so no colour options. That's something that you can load your equipment onto. Now, when I put this fence on the back, obviously it is quite tight on the sides, so I think the bigger harvesters, you're probably not going to get on there, so it's nothing too big that you're going to be able to transport with it. But that being said, if you need to transport something, that's very nice indeed. Now obviously it has got the strap down option. You can see the straps there, they don't go over the vehicle, but they do hold it down like we have done with all the other trailers, so that's excellent. Now onto the animal trailers. I'm going to jump in this tractor because there's a few options with it. If we go into the shop again, it's animal transport. We've got two options there. We've got the BHX 902, 35.5 grand, and the BSX 11503 for 54 grand, saves for the argument. So the smaller one's going to hold 7 cows, 16 pigs, 15 sheep and 9 horses. And the bigger one is going to do 9 cows, 22 pigs, 22 sheep and 12 horses. Right, so back to the options with this. So we'll zoom out a little so we can see a bit better. Now as you can see in the top left hand corner, you've got control group right fence. So if you cycle through those, you then got control group left fence, control group front door, and then back to your tractor. So if we go control group right fence, if we do LB and left and right stick, left and right, that puts the fence on the side like that, in and out. If we do LB and right stick up and down, that swings the fence in and out. If you then do RB and right stick up and down, it tilts the fence up and down like so. Obviously if you go and onto the left fence group, it will do exactly the same. Controls exactly the same. They are a bit fiddly, mind you, and that's how you can simulate getting your cows into your pasture or barn without them running away. Then you got LB and A, it will unfold it, it will lower it down, it'll open the back doors, and obviously you can unload your animals that way. Now if we go round to the front, and we'll zoom in so you can see better, onto the control group front door, if we do LB and right stick left and right, you can see the door opening and closing like that. So if you need to get access into your cows, that's what you do. So the controls are the same on both of them. Obviously, you know, which one you go for depends on how many animals you need to transport, but that's very nice indeed. Right, so that's the Ponge pack from Universe Simu Modding. Right, on to the next one. Right, we've got this here. This is the Stol Pack by Yen. 4.72 megabyte on the download, and they're front loader tools. So you're going to go into your shop menu and then over to front loaders. Got front loader tools. We'll scroll along. There we are. So we start off with the bucket, 1400 to buy. The only options on any of these is going to be the colour, so you can change it to anything on there, like so. So we've also got a bale spike, silage cutter, bale handler, log fork, manure fork, fork with grapple, pallet fork, and then round bale fork. So that's your options from this pack. So there we are, bucket, bale spike, foil bale grabber, log grabber, manure fork with grapple, pallet fork, and then round bale fork, if you want to call it that. Very nice indeed. Obviously you can change the colour up, but they are front loaded tools. They do what they're designed to do. So very nice indeed. So that's the Stol Pack by Yen. Okay, on to the next one. Right, we got this little thing here. This is the Silage Additive drum by Shabba. 0.25 megabyte on the download, and it's a silage additive drum, as you can imagine from the name. So you're going to find this in the shop under pallets all the way to the end. So it's going to cost you 500 to buy. It's got a 50 litre capacity and there's no options on it. So what you're going to use this for, if you're going to get yourself a pickup truck and you want to take some of these down to your harvester or forage wagon, whatever you got on the go in the field, you can just come up to it, pick it up, chuck it in the back of your pickup, and away you go. Very nice indeed. Obviously it adds all to the immersive gameplay that you could be having going on, so you're not going to come all the way back to the shop to fill your tanks up, so you can do this on the go. Excellent. So that's the Silage Additive drum by Shabba. On to the next one. We've got this here. This is the Shovel with Grapple by Vertex Design. 3.30 megabyte on the download, and it's a shovel with the grapple, as you can imagine by the name. Now this is for a telehandler, so if you go into the shop and then under telehandler tools, we'll scroll along till you get it there. So 3,900 to buy. There's no options, it comes as it is. So if you're going to want to use a shovel with your telehandler, you know, all those jobs around the farm that needs your telehandler to get them done, you could use this. Very nice indeed. I like that. Obviously it's got the Lizard brand on the side. That's alright. Excellent. Right, that's the Shovel Grapple by Vertex Design. Right, so we got this here. This is the Epi Maxi Soil 350 by Black Eyes Modding, 8.14 megabyte on the download, and it's a mulcher stroke roller. So you're going to find this under forestry tools. So we go in there, forestry equipment, we'll scroll along to the end. There we are, 55 grand to buy. The option that you've got on it is either have the roller on it as standard or the without roller. Now what you can do with this, if we jump in our tractor, we'll turn it on, LB and X, and we'll start the tractor first. So now turn it on, so that's now spinning. We'll lower it down, and you can use this to get rid of bushes. Like so, if you don't get stuck. We'll lower it up, raise it up like that. We'll come over here and we'll try one on a bit more level ground. There we are, so we'll lower it down. And we're getting rid of the bushes just by these trees. Excellent. Very nice indeed. Now if you have gone for the option with the roller as well, we'll spin it around again. Like so. So we're on the grass at the edge of the field. So we'll lower it down, and if we go on and zoom in, like so, if we do LB and left and right, that will lower the roller down. If we do LB and right stick up and down, that puts a little flap down like that, just to keep all your forestry mulching shenanigans all in one place. So if we do that, and then we'll lower the roller down, what you can now see is it's creating a field. Brilliant. You can use this as a different option than if you needed to create a field with a plough. That's good, that is very good. Excellent. Right, so that is the Epi Maxi Roll 350 by Black Eyes Modding. On to the next one. Right, we have this here, the Lizard SR series from AFS Mods, 5.10 megabyte on the download, and it's a twin pack of subsoilers. So if we go into the shop menu, on the subsoilers, we'll scroll all the way along to the end. So we've got the SR05 and the SR09. So the SR05 has got a working width of 2.3, and the SR09 has got a working width of 4.1. There's no options other than changing the main colour to any one of those. That will change the main frame. So that's it on the options. Obviously you have got the size depending on whether you go for the 5 or the 9. So we've got the 9 attached to the back of our tractor. So we'll jump in, start it up, pull up to the edge of the field, like so. LB and lower the cultivator, LB and B. There we are, and we're subsoiling. Excellent. Now what you can also do with this, if we just back up out of that field, and we'll go onto a bit of the grass that isn't there, isn't part of the field. If we do LB and Y, that's going to allow us to create a field. So if we do LB and B again, there we are. If we wanted to use this to expand our fields, we can. Excellent. Obviously we just drive into the field like that. We can just do all the subsoiling all at once. Brilliant. Right, so that's the Lizard SR series by AFS Mods. On to the next one. Right, we got this here. This is the SAM 3M by KXUYLS. It's 2.75 megabyte on the download, and it's a cultivator. So if we go into the shop menu, and under cultivators, scroll all the way along to the end, and you'll see it's a 3-meter cultivator. So if you're into your 3 meters, this could be a very nice one for you. The options you got there are main color, anything along there, so that will change the frame, and then the design color will change to green, and it will change the actual prongs that go into the ground, even if that's the right word. So it requires 20 horsepower to run, and as I said, 3-meter working width. So we've got it attached to the back of our tractor here, so we'll jump in, then we'll do LB and B to lower it down, and away we go, cultivating at 3 meters. Excellent. Very nice indeed, that is. Obviously if you are into your 3-meter equipment, this could come in very nice indeed. Right, so that's the SAM 3M by KXUYLS. On to the next one. Right, we've got this one here. This is the Kuhn Planter 3R 12 rows. This is by Nikudu55. 11.03 megabyte on the download, and it is a planter. So you're going to find this in the shop menu under planters. Scroll all the way along like that. 54 grand to buy. It's got a 5.4 meter working width and requires 100 horsepower from your tractor. So there's no options. It comes as it is, and this will seed or plant, depending on what you want to go for, and fertilize at the same time. Very nice indeed. So we'll jump into the tractor, we'll do LB and A to lower it, or unfold it, sorry. It'll go for its animation like that. So then once it's down, so we'll do LB and B to lower it, then LB and X to turn it on, and then away we go. There we are, planting and seeding at the same time. And also, if you're into that, we'll do LB and up on the D-pad, we'll put out that ridge marker. LB and up again, we'll put out the other ridge marker. Then LB and up, we'll put it back in. Excellent. Very nice indeed. Right, so that's the Kuhn Planter 3R 12 row by Nikudu55. Now on to the next one. Alright, we've got this one here. This is the Mower for skid steer loaders by FS Miner 1.47 megabyte on the download, and as you can imagine, it's a mower for your skid steer. So you're going to find this under skid steer loader tools. We'll scroll along. There we are. 3,100 to buy. The only option is to change the colour, so anything on there like so. So you hook it up to your front of your skid steer loader, we'll jump in, then we'll do LB and X to turn it on, and LB and up and down and left and right to get it to where we want it. So once it's lowered down, just drive forward and you're mowing with your skid steer. 11 mile an hour. Excellent. Like that, that's alright that is. So you've got your skid steer hanging around on your farm. You want to put it to use, get one of these on the front, you can use it as a mower. Excellent. So that's the mower for skid steer loaders by FS Minor. Now on to the last one for the day. Right, we've got these here. This is the light poles package by Ershaber and VSR Modding Sir. 0.73 megabyte on the download, and as you can imagine, they're lights for your farm. So if you go into the shop menu and then construction, they're under decoration and under lights. So we've got these 8 here, so they're 100 each to buy. So we've got 8 different styles depending on what you want to go for. Very nice indeed. Obviously you've got a standard street lamp there and older style. Excellent. Obviously it does get a bit dark on your farm when the light goes down. So these will come on at 6 o'clock at night and then go off at 6 o'clock in the morning. So if you want to get a bit more light on your farm so you can see what you're doing after dark, these will be very nice indeed. Excellent. Right, so that's the light poles package by Ershaber and VSR Modding Sir. Now that's all the mods for today. Drop it in the comments below which is your favourite, which one you're thinking of using. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, it's muchly appreciated. But for me, that's it for today, and I'll see you in the next one.